Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock on a Monday, and normally it's time for a 5x5. Now we're going to be back with the 5x5s normally next week, but I wanted to do a very special video this week. And this video is an interview with Beau Kramer. Now, I've actually interviewed Beau on Magic TV before, about 3 years ago. If you don't know who Beau Kramer is, he is literally the face of Murphy's Magic. If you have ever interacted with Murphy's Magic on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, any of those places, it's Beau that you would have spoken to. If you've ever PM'd any of Murphy's Magic on socials, it's Beau that you would have spoken to. He took over the job 3 years ago, and he has been doing an incredible job. And when I first interviewed him, he just literally kind of landed in the role. 3 years later, he's literally made it his own. And this is an interview. First of all, this is an incredible interview. This is kind of an insight into what happens behind the scenes with Murphy's Magic, what makes it tick. But as well as that, Beau gives some incredible advice on content creation and how to actually create content and how to actually really do well at social media. And more importantly, how to get your name associated with Murphy's Magic and how to get them sharing your posts and your content. So if you're an aspiring content creator in the magic industry, this is a video that you really want to watch. Now, Beau's also going to talk about a huge giveaway that Murphys are doing at the moment, the first giveaway of its kind in the last decade. And he's even going to spill the beans on a couple of new tricks that are coming out in the next few weeks that are literally going to set the magic world on fire. This interview is amazing, and if you don't know about the Spooktacular sale that Murphys are doing, you want to listen to that and you want to check it out. And also, make sure you watch to the end, because there is a chance, just by commenting on this video, that one person watching this is going to win £500 worth of Murphy's Magic items, and I'm really not kidding. So, the 5x5s will be back next week, but I wanted this video to go up today because the sale's only running through till Friday. So watch the video and then comment down below. You'll have to listen through to what to comment on. And yeah, comment down below. One of you is going to win $500, but this video is amazing. I'll be back with a 5x5 next week. But for now, let's roll the interview. Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock on a Monday, not Saturday, a Monday, because I've got a very special video up today. I am speaking to a very good friend of mine. I am speaking to literally the face of Murphy's Magic. Now, this gentleman here, who I will introduce in a second, I've interviewed him before on the channel, just when he started working with Murphy's Magic, and under his expert guidance and an all-seeing eye, the Murphy's Magic socials have gone from strength to strength, have blown up. It's more of a sense of a community than ever before, and that's because of how good this person is at his job. He is absolutely the best that I've ever seen. Austin Murphy should give this man a raise. I'm telling you right now. I'm campaigning for it as we speak. But if you've ever wondered who posts constantly on Murphy's and who puts all of the posts out on every single channel, and you didn't know it was this man, it is. He's an incredible magician. He's an incredible performer. He's one of the most knowledgeable and most connected people in magic. It is the one and only Mr. Murphy's Magic himself, Bo Kramer. How you doing, Bo?
Mate, absolutely phenomenal. And with that kind of hype up, I don't even know if you're talking about the right person, but thank you so much.
Yeah,
Jeez.
no, you're killing it, man. When we
I
first
appreciate it.
spoke, you just started the job at Murphy's,
Hmm.
and I mean, I wonder how you're able to do everything that you do, because like Murphy's are constantly posting, constantly sharing. There's like exclusive videos going up all the time. And a lot of people don't realize it's not like you're heading up a massive department and it's you and you've got like 15 underlings under you that you're passing work. It's you, right? It's just you doing all of this.
Yeah, doing all the customer support. Anytime you reach out on any of the Murphy socials, chat to someone, the DMs or the comments or anything, it's always me. But
I mean,
yeah, it's fun. I love it. But I take inspiration from you because you're the guy that never sleeps. You're always doing work. So I'm like, I could be sleeping right now, but I know Craig Petty isn't sleeping, so I need to respond to some comments.
Exactly. Exactly. But how, so let's, people can go back and look at the first interview. In the first interview, we
Mhm.
talked about you getting into magic in Australia, everything that happened over there, coming over. You're in Ireland now,
Mhm.
obviously, getting the job at Murphy's Magic. We kind of got to that point. That was a couple of years ago. I think you've been working for Murphy's for a couple of years
Yeah,
now.
3 years now. Yeah.
Years now. So it's been 3 years into that interview. I know we've got some exciting news to share for stuff that's happening this week, which we're going to get to. But first of all, let's have a catch up.
Yeah,
How has
let's do it.
it been in the last 3 years, Bo? Like when I spoke to you last on the channel, you were kind of like, well, it's new. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's all kind of brand new. Now you're kind of the old hand. And how has it been over the last 3 years? How's it been for you?
It's been a wild 3 years. I've absolutely loved every single second of it. It's been a roller coaster. And that we were talking before about the face of Murphy's and
Yeah.
one like the guy behind the camera. A lot of people don't know that. And that's the kind of way I wanted the socials to kind of run. I didn't want there to be, hey, this is the Bo Kramer show. I want the magic community because Murphy's is we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the dealers, if it wasn't for the end users. It's a community based platform. It's a community based company, and we wouldn't be here for that. So that my whole way I wanted to do Murphy's when I first started was to get away from a face, to get away from who is Murphy's, like the face of Murphy's, and get into the community. So for the last 3 years, I've been trying to work with end users, trying to work with dealers, trying to work and making me less of a person on the socials. And my social media, when I do the what's new this week and those YouTube content, that's me is kind of just using me as like a device to give you information. And
Yeah.
that's the only way I want. Back then, I was also wanting to like, can I get guest people in to do the interviews or to do the episodes or do a paper bag over my head because I didn't want there to be a kind of a face, but I guess naturally I had to be. But my thing for the last 3 years, and I'm slowly getting to where I want Murphy's to be, and I think it's getting there slowly. And everyone's been really patient and accepting and really polite about it all. Like the community's been really good. Like there's
Well,
been
engagement and the community side of Murphy's in the
yeah.
last years has blown up significantly under,
Well,
your
thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, again, it's the community that's doing it. So it's me kind of wanting to know what people want to do. And that's why I'm so open. If on our Discord, I'm always asking, what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to do? Because what I think I want to see on socials isn't what everyone wants to see. And I want to make everyone happy. So I think that's the reason why it's kind of working because trying to work with everyone on what they want to do.
And here's a question for you. It's a really weird scenario, really, when you talk about promoting, because what you're effectively doing is you're promoting the Murphy's Magic brand.
Mhm.
Murphy's Magic is a wholesaler. Most magicians couldn't ring up Murphy's and go, "Hey, can you send me a quantum deck? Can you send me a
Yeah.
stick by Titanus?" That they have to go through the shops. So it's kind of a really weird situation in that you're building a brand in order to service shops that, but it's like, Costco is a wholesaler.
Yeah.
You don't see many people who don't own businesses going, "Oh, Costco," what I mean? It's kind of really
Yeah.
a weird situation, isn't it? Like, it's bizarre when you think about it. Because in the magic community, everybody talks about Murphy's, but I don't think people really understand how the whole thing works. That Murphy's supply the shop. I think some people look at Murphy's as like almost a producer because that's the other weird thing about it. As well as being a wholesaler, they've got their own production part.
Yeah.
You've got the studio with Titanus and Lloyd and George and all those guys. So then you see that side of Murphy's, but that's completely different to the side of Murphy's that you're promoting. But then they come together when there's a studio effect that comes. It's just a bit complicated.
It's yes. I'm not even kidding. I could look at my phone now. I know off the top of my head there was about 7 messages from when I woke up this morning about people saying, "Hey, where do I buy your magic? I can't buy it on your site." And that was just this morning when I first woke up. I I probably get upwards of maybe 20, 30 messages throughout the day of people wanting to buy our magic. And I kind of have to say, we're a wholesaler. Where do you live? And try and find them a magic shop in their location, or then find them a magic shop that can ship to their location. But that's probably a lot of my customer service that I do. And like you said, it's a weird scenario that branding ourselves to end users, which we can't sell to. And the reason we kind of do that is a lot of dealers out there don't have brick and mortar stores, or they don't have an online presence. They don't know how to, they don't have social media. So a lot of the times we do this because we want people to know about the new magic coming out. And a lot of times people will reach out to us and say, hey, can I pick this up? And I say, where do you live? And I'll say, I live here, but does this magic shop have it? We can look it up on our back end and say, yes, they have it, or contact your magic shop, because they might not have a website. That person can't check. So we do this to kind of help the magic shops out, and also keep the end user notified about the best in magic. And when you're talking about the distributing and the wholesale end of it, we also, a lot of the questions that come out, we even had this on competition we're running about, type in your favorite Murphy's magic effect. And the amount of responses we would get is just all these items. A lot of people don't realize too, when we put something out on our socials, again, like you said, like Costco or any shop out there, it's not our item. Like, even like, say you think Costco or Tesco's, of all the items in there, the amount of Tesco products that are in a shop, for everyone watching in America, Tesco's is like Walmart. That's their items in Tesco's. It's not everything that's in the shop. So everything that's in Tesco's is other people's products, where we come along and we've had people say Leviosa, and I'm sorry, it's a Jal Miranda release, and then people are coming in giving all these items. What generally comes out on our socials is we're pushing it for, we're not pushing it, I guess we are pushing it. We're saying to the end user, have you seen this new release from Jal Miranda? Have you seen this new release from Julio Montoro? We're putting out these items to promote these other artists that are creating stuff. We don't have any say in it. We don't have any say in the trailer, the tutorial. We're just distributing it to the magic shops and letting everyone know about it. So that's another weird way we kind of work as well.
And it is weird because, like, I can't think of any other industry where a wholesale, like Costco, using that as an analogy, they don't go, hey, we've got these incredible toilet rolls by this company. They've bought the best toilet rolls out we've ever seen. Come and buy the toilet rolls. You can get them from your local shop. Go and ask them for those toilet rolls.
Yeah.
That never happens anyway. Because normally, in any other industry, the wholesaler would never communicate with the customer, the end user. Because you wouldn't think, as somebody who wants to buy something from a supermarket, I don't think about like going on social media and checking out what the wholesaler to buy their toilet rolls from is saying that particular day.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's bonkers in a way. It really is. And the amount of people that go on my channel and they go, oh, you're right. You're right. So many people confuse because there's certain tricks that come out through Murphy's that are kind of high profile in that there's a big buzz about them, but they're not Murphy's. Compared to, like, Stitch, that's Murphy's. Liquify, that's Murphy's. But something like Tricolor that came out through the 1914 from Simon Lipkin, that's not Murphy's. But people, because you've been putting trailers on about it, and maybe you've spoken to Simon Lipkin about it, and you've done a thing on the social media, everyone's like, oh, that's a new Murphy's release.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
Yeah, exactly. We get excited. Like, I live and breathe magic. I feel sorry for my wife. That's all I talk about. Even when I go home, like, go down to the house at the end of the day, all I talk about is new effects that come out, talk about, what happened during the day, talk about new tricks, talk about social media. My wife goes crazy about it. So I live and breathe it. And Murphy's, I know we get excited about magic as much like as I do. And I think the fact is that I'm part of the socials. I'll see a new trick come out, and even it's not a Murphy's product, like, you'll know if it's Murphy's. It'll have the Murphy's logo, the branding on it. We'll put it in the trailer. We'll put Murphy's everywhere on it. But when other artists put these releases out and it doesn't have Murphy's items on it, I still get excited by the magic effect. I still see things come out and I'm like, this is insane. I love this. And I'll talk about it. Like, I'll reach out to the artist and say, hey, can we do something? Or the artist will reach out to me and say, hey, can we do something? And I'm like, absolutely, let's work together. And that's like exactly like you said, I'll put content out and get hyped about it and get excited about it because it's a great piece of magic. I don't just do it because, it doesn't have if it's a Murphy's item, I love magic as much as the next person. So any item that if someone's excited about, I'll get excited about.
That's so cool. Well, here's a question. Does this ever happen? Because I've seen this happen. I've got first-class experience of this happening. And I'll give you an exact example. So Murphy's, as a wholesaler, they buy in everything. And not every trick can be amazing. And that's that. And I've done videos on this about the channel. You know, somebody said to me once, Murphys are buying any old crap. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Their job as a wholesaler is to buy tricks in. It's up to you or the shop to decide whether to stock them or not. Like, and I tell a story about how when I was on the Wizard product review with David Penn, we trashed a trick that came out. It was like a bird appearance or something, a fake bird appearance. We took the piss out of it. And then that same trick about a year later went on to help a guy get through to the semi-finals of Britain's Got Talent. And one man's trash is another man's treasure. You can't turn around and say, that's terrible, because if there was a guy in Murphy's who was saying, no, we can't have that, we can't have that, we can't have that, we can't have that, there's somebody who would desperately need that in their act. So you can't determine what's good or not. But like I've had it in the past where somebody turned around to me and went, oh, I'm not going to buy Evoke. I'm like, why not? And they were like, well, it's a Murphy's trick, and I bought this from Murphy's, and it was terrible, so I'm never going to buy anything from them again. And I was like, that's not Murphy's. That was just a trick that came out that they supplied as a wholesaler. This is something that the studio department have put together. It's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
You ever see that? Like, and
100%. I see it all the time. There was, I could count a million times where I posted something online. The one that sticks out in my head is I saw a download come through our download section, and it was, I'm not going to mention names, the performance of it wasn't the best, but the idea behind the effect, the method, and the way that he used it was amazing. And I put it up online. I was like, this is great. I think magicians can see what this guy's trying to do. So I put it up, and it's a really, really clever way to do it. And I put it up, and the magicians just tore it apart. It's like, this is terrible. This is terrible. And why would you post this? I said, have you seen, do you know what he's trying to do? And they're like, oh yeah, the method is great. What he's trying to get at is a beautiful piece of magic. And again, like you said, one's man's trash is another man's treasure. Like what this guy was trying to do was this really cool piece. I was hoping that magicians would see that, and you did. But you had magicians pulling it apart and saying it was terrible. You had other magicians that were going, actually, I can see what you're trying to do here. And they recreated it, because myself, I'm a terrible performer. I don't like performing. It scares me. I'm a very big, I love creating. I do the same thing whenever I go to any set, work with anyone. I walk up, this happens every single time. I'll walk up to someone that I've created an effect for and say, hey, I've got this. This is how I built it. I'll try and show them. And they're like, oh yeah, I can see what you're trying to do. Then they will do it. I'm like, that's exactly how I want to see that done. And that's what magicians did with this bit of content. And they blew it up, and it was beautiful. I was like, this is exactly what I know this guy was trying to do. And it happens all the time. There's just, and every single product that comes through, even like there's sometimes I'll see something that comes along, like you said, a high profile item. And I know someone's put, years of hard work into this. They've worked really hard on it. I might look at it and go, I don't perform shock magic, or I don't perform mentalism, or I don't perform this, or I don't perform that. But again, another magician's going to see this and go, this is brilliant, and I want to perform this every single day of my life. And you see that in the comment sections, or I guess nowadays, some people are too scared to write that in the comments because you'll have other people come in and pick on them. So they'll DM me and say, can you tell me more about this item? That's why nowadays we have, like, if you're interested, comment and I'll DM you. I could continue the conversation there, because you get a lot of magicians really excited about a piece of magic that they want to kind of keep behind closed doors. And you get them months later, years later, still saying that they performed that piece of magic because it's one of the strongest pieces in their arsenal.
You must be really organized to like have so many conversations going on with so many people, to have so many social media outlets that you need to post different content on all of the time. I've spoken to many young magicians, because obviously Ryland's friends with a lot of young magicians at the YMC and so on and so forth. I've spoken to many young magicians, and they're like, oh yeah, Beau's amazing, Beau's fantastic, I love Beau. Like you built up relationships with so many people within the community. You must be so organized to be able to do that, because like me, you talk about how busy I am. I just don't have the time to answer people's comments. I'm like, you'll never see a comment answered on Magic TV unless I've accidentally answered it, because I just haven't got time. Like,
Well,
incredible.
I do have an automated service kind of set up to start the process. This is only because I know what it's like if you go out and you message someone on your DMs, or you text a friend and you're waiting hours for them to respond. I know when I've had issues with stuff in the past, if I had to message someone and say, "Hey, I've got an issue with my product," um, and they've had to wait hours, that's what gets me in a panic because I'm like, are they, am I getting heard? So I'll have a slight automation to say, "Hey, yes, we've received you," and I still get notified on that, and I still get notified that, hey, this person has messaged, this person has received the response. Now they're waiting for your response. So my automation is generally, yes, we've heard you, or we'll get back to you in a second. And now I'm kind of taking that away because I still find that that's not the love that everyone deserves. So again, my poor wife, I'm on my phone 24/7. I'll see a notification come in. I think it was literally yesterday, Sunday morning. It was 7 in the morning, and I was responding to someone, helping them out with a product that they needed help with, saying, "Hey, this doesn't work. Can you help me?" And to be honest, it wasn't even a Murphy's product. They had an item that came in, they couldn't get help with it, and I was trying to help problem solve it. So that comes into it, but there is obviously when a product comes out, the one that I do have automation for is when a product comes out, say if a new release comes out, say if a new Craig Petty item drops on the market, people want to know about it and people want to check it out straight away. They don't want to have to wait for me to wake up in the morning to message them. They can type in, whatever keyword I give them. And again, that'll automatically send them the DM of whatever product they want. And then I'll also get notified on that to say, hey, this person was interested. And then I can go look at their messages and I'll read through because sometimes they might have a question or they might say thank you. And I say, no problem. They're like, oh, I thought this was automated. It is automated to a degree, but I go back and I check every single comment and message that comes through. So I want to make sure everyone's taken care of. I don't want people to feel left out.
That's incredible. And like one piece of advice that you hear people giving to content creators is you should only focus on one piece of, like for small business, small to medium sized businesses, like magicians, for example, not necessarily Murphy's where they've got you doing everything, but like a lot of the advice is, oh, you should only focus on one or two things, like focus on Facebook and YouTube, but don't focus on this, don't because there's so many social media outlets. But you're everywhere, and on your own, you're everywhere. Like every single measurable statistic is going up. Everything from subscription rate to engagement rate, like everything is going up and up and up and up and up. And you're on every single platform. How are you able to do all of that and sustain all of the customer service? Like
Uh,
genuinely asking this because I can't imagine how you do this.
I don't, uh, again, it's like my days are long. So my days normally spend just prepping content, preparing content, chatting to artists, chatting so whether we can share stuff, and then scheduling it all in. Some platforms I don't like to schedule in. I like to keep it fresh and new because social media can grow and it adapts and changes so quickly. From what you see might be a viral piece of content now could be dead tomorrow, and vice versa. So you kind of need to strike while the iron's hot. Um, so I'll generally have content sitting in the reservoir ready to go unless I need to post it. Um, but again, I know there's a lot of people out there, a lot of magicians don't have certain platforms. And when you're saying, should you focus on every single one? I guess it comes down to your own personal preference. If you want quick visual, fast magic, then definitely just focus on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube Shorts. But if you want to do long form interviews, you want to get in depth and you want to get people involved, then you go Facebook. You want to go YouTube long form. I know TikTok does that nowadays, but it's a kind of it's a different monster. They're trying to get into that. But I know magicians don't have all these platforms because it happens every day when I say, hey, go to Facebook and comment or this. We had it last week. Magician said, I don't have Facebook. I had a guy email and he didn't have any social media. He can't have social media. His family. So he's asked to enter things via email. So we're trying to do things that can access all these magicians and make them feel comfortable and happy with what they have. I don't want anyone to feel left out. That's the reason I do all the platforms. And to make everyone feel like they're not going to, at the end of the day, go, well, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening in the magic industry. I'm feeling left out. What's this new Craig Petty release? I haven't heard anything. I want people to feel loved and wanted because they make me feel loved and wanted, I guess. So,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
with you. Wow.
Sorry, that's I'm talking fast, but I've got all
Yeah,
these ideas in my head that I want to talk
I,
about.
Here's a question, deviating slightly from what we've been talking about.
Hmm.
You've been with Murphy's now for 3 years.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, for those people that don't know, Austin Murphy has recently taken over Murphy's, right? Am I
The
right in
big
saying that?
bathtub boss. Yeah,
Yeah, the big bathtub boss, hashtag Craig Petty, Austin
this has
Murphy.
become a thing.
It is becoming a thing. But like obviously, what here's a question.
Yes, sir.
What's it like? Have things changed under Austin? Because obviously, he's younger,
Hmm.
um, and has probably come in with fresh ideas. I've noticed that he's been posting on the Magic Cafe, which is insane and crazy. That's it's like because the Magic Cafe is the equivalent of the gutter press. In the Magic community, it's where it's kind of and he's here as the big CEO. You
Yeah.
wouldn't see that anywhere else. And the fact that he's kind of waded it showed something to me when I saw him posting on the Magic Cafe. That's kind of like, okay, this is somebody who wants to obviously connect with his user base because, he's having to walk through the shit in order to get to, in order to, it's a place where a lot of people just avoid like the plague.
Yes.
And the fact that he's there showed a lot to me. Like, has things changed under?
100% things have changed. I know when I first started, I'd chat to Mark and Austin, and they were saying, where we run the place, like we're the owners. You be the face, we don't want any of this. And now Austin has stepped in, and he wants to get involved in it. Like I've had more meetings with him. He's actually joining us on Friday on our live. Like when I started doing lives, he was like, "Did you need anything from me? What can I do?" And it was really cool for him to try and say, "Hey, what do you need from me?" So I was like, "Can you jump in the chat? It'd be really cool to see you in the chat, like the owner of Murphy's stepping in and saying, "Hey, what do you," and helping people out with like customer service." And he was really happy to do that. And even with this live coming up on Friday, he was like, what do you want to do on that live? And I said, can you join me on the live? And he's like, absolutely, let's do it. So he's coming on the live to hang out for an hour to talk about bathtubs. And
That's
yes, that's what I mean. Like he's so involved, and to the point where I could have done the cafe or someone else could have done the cafe, but he's like, I want to do this. He wants to get his hands, I guess, dirty by jumping in and knowing what the community thinks rather than hearing it from a third party or reading about it from someone else. He
that's
wants to know firsthand.
That's great. That's awesome. That's great. And here's in a minute we're going to talk about a big thing that Murphys have got going on this week,
Hmm.
which is why I wanted to do this interview now. But before we do, social media is a big thing.
Hmm.
And especially in magic, there's a lot of magicians that get into magic now that perform exclusively on social media, and they're
Hmm.
wanting to see growth. They want to see their stock rise. They want to get more engagement and so on and so forth. For all of these people that are on social media, for all these young magicians that are trying to become the next big thing on social media, do you have any advice for them, both in terms of just generic advice based on somebody who's literal job is to do that, but
Yeah.
also any advice on how to get onto Murphy's radar? Because I know you share a lot of content from a lot of
Hmm.
creators. So, kind of looking at it from a point of view of getting onto Murphy's radar would be good, but also just general advice on growing a social media presence
Yeah.
as well.
The first thing is just be yourself. I know everyone says that, but don't look at, I guess you can look at other content and take inspiration from it and say, this is kind of, I love the reason you watch a piece of content is because you enjoy it yourself. So take that. I guess it's kind of performing a magic effect. You take a piece of magic out of the box, you look at it and go, I'm going to perform this. How do I make it my own? Make it your own. Put yourself into it because audiences aren't dumb. They're going to watch your content and know whether it's you or not, or you're putting on something. So definitely be your own person. And then consistency is key. You post, I'd say you want to post every single day. If you can't, every couple of days. Um, just so you get into the rhythm of it. Because if you start posting and then you kind of go, oh, I'm not getting any views, and you stop, you kind of your content's going to plateau. If you want growth, continue to post, and then that's where Murphy's comes in. I say this to every single person: use Murphy's. I don't know if I should be saying this because the boss is listening, but use Murphy's content, use Murphy's platforms for yourselves. Like again, we're a community. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for everyone. watching. So if you have a performance that you want us to see or the world to see, and you haven't got a big enough viewer base yet, tag us in it. Send us a collaboration invite. Again, I see every single thing that comes in. So tag us or definitely send us a collaboration invite because I'll see that. And if we can, I'll collaborate. It depends on how much content. Again, I don't want to have 19 pieces of content come out on our Instagram in a day because someone might everyone's like, this is too much content, Murphys, you're killing me. So what I'll do is I'll look at it and go, I can't collaborate on this today, but I might take it and say, hey, can I reshare this, put it on a story or put it on our YouTube as like an artist of the week. Or if someone allows me to take it and kind of share it on our other platforms and say, hey, have you seen this person performing? That type of thing. Just because you send something to me and I might not go, yes, let's collaborate with it. I'm going to try and use it and help you and share it out to as many people as I can. So definitely tag us, collaborate, or message me and say, hey, have you seen this? Again, I love conversations. So if someone messages me and says, hey, Bo, have you seen I've been working really hard on this card routine? Talk to me about it. I do have people just throwing me content and I'm like, what is all this? So I have to look through it all and kind of gauge it. But if someone communicates and tells me a little bit about it, tells me a little bit about themselves, then I'm always all on board. But I really want to share magic. Again, I got started in this. I didn't have a following. I didn't have any people knowing who I was. It worked really hard, and I know how hard it is to work. But if you could have a bit of help, use and abuse Murphys as much as you can.
That's really good advice. Really awesome advice.
I hope that works. But yeah, if you got any questions and you come to me, I do it all the time. Again, with dealers that don't have social media, they come to me and say, hey, I want to do this. How could I do this bit of content? So if you got questions on social media, again, that's what I'm there for. It's not what Murphy's there for, I guess, but I'm happy to help.
And is there a piece of content that, so somebody wants to share a piece of content with Murphys? Is there a formula as to how to get on your radar? Because, like you say, you can't post everything. Should it be something that's out recently, that's out new? Should it be something that's like short for just a few seconds? Like, what is there a kind of a thing that makes you go, this is good?
Generally short form vertical content because there's so much out of it. Like pretty much every platform now accommodates vertical short form content. So anything like that is definitely pretty much going to get reshared some way or another. But again, if it's a long form horizontal piece and it's a very elaborate, beautiful piece of like a cups and balls routine, or it doesn't have to be new, it can be a really old piece of magic. I'm going to say, hey, can I put this on a standalone piece on our Sunday where we have full performances go up? Can I use it for that? Or can I put it in a what's new this week and do a full long piece, just a big showcase? But definitely the standout pieces is very quick visual magic. Because and it again doesn't have to be new. It just has to be, you can tell when someone's having fun in a video, and that's what I kind of want to come across. If you're enjoying yourself, I'm going to enjoy watching it. And I know people watching at home are going to enjoy watching it as well. So yeah, definitely enjoy yourself in your videos. And that will definitely, when I watch it, that'll get my attention, that I can see that you're having fun instead of you just going, hey, here's a trick. Do you like it? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. When you're scrolling through your content at home, think about when you stop to watch a bit of content, what made you stop on that bit of content? If you're scrolling through and you stopping on the flashy, bright colors you can see in the background here, that's what gets my attention when I'm scrolling. I'm a bird. I see bright colors. So if you're seeing that while you're scrolling and you stop, think about why you stopped on that bit of content. Is it a familiar face? Is it the colors? Is it a pop or a sound effect? What made you stop there? And then kind of put that into your content.
That's good.
Yeah.
That
really helps.
Good. Yeah, hell it does. I'm going to put you on the spot now.
Uh-huh.
Of everything that's coming, we're coming into November soon. Out of everything that you've seen come out this year, do you have a favorite non-Murphys and a favorite Murphys studio effect that's come out so far?
I have a couple on my desk right now. So I I love favorite non-Murphys, Leviosa.
Oh, it's amazing. It's
Love it.
amazing.
When I first saw this come out, I was like, this is as close as you can get to real magic. This is, I saw it, I fell in love immediately. And Boom Deck. I've been loving this lately. I've,
Okay.
yeah, I seen it a couple, again, one of those things where people were like, is this cool? Is this bad? Is this, and I got out and I started performing. I was like, I fell in love with it because it was just this shock piece of bright fire. How can you go wrong? And I've been enjoying it. I guess when I perform it, that's when I guess people I'm showing to get excited because I'm excited by the I'm like, whoa, what was that? And people can sense that. So those are the two that I've been loving. And then as for the Murphy's products, definitely Liquify. So I
Oh, it's
got that.
incredible.
And
Devices.
then you might notice this one. This one I've been like practicing and been working on. Easy tones. So I've been playing around with
Rich
that
is a
quite a
genius.
bit.
Rich is a genius.
Yes, Rich is an absolute legend. And the man
Mm.
that worked with him on that wasn't too bad himself, but
He's all right. He just talks a
yeah,
lot.
he does. He does. We wouldn't want him any other way. But so those are the two on either side that I've been obsessing over lately. Yeah.
Really good call. And I've got a couple of other questions, but first of all, let's talk about what Murphys are doing right now.
Yes.
Because the reason I wanted to do this interview on the Monday is because running from now through till Friday, you've done something which, again, a wholesaler wouldn't do.
No.
I've never seen in any other industry a wholesaler that runs a competition to promote the people that buy from the wholesaler. It's again, it's bonkers. It really is.
So this started because Murphy's, as a wholesaler, we were always running sales for dealers to get special items at discounted prices. But I guess the end users don't know that. They don't know that we're running these sales. And we constantly get people messaging on, why doesn't Murphy's do a sale? Why doesn't Murphy's do anything? And we actually run giveaways uh every single day on pretty much every single platform. There's like always giveaways going out. Like when I get people messaging and going, hey, so Murphy's doing a giveaway. Like I won this competition. I'm like, can you tell me which one? Because I'm running 6 at the moment. So there are giveaways we run, but not to this extent. We haven't seen we've had so many people messaging asking, can we do a sales event and can we do some sort of big giveaway? And we haven't seen something like this. Like, correct me if I'm happy to know. Like we've at Murphy's, I've even tried to put my thinking on cap on. When was the last time you saw like a massive giveaway on the magic industry? I haven't seen
I
it
can't
in
remember the last
decades.
time
Yeah,
this was
I
done.
think it was Theory 11. Why I was back in Australia, still living in Port Macquarie, so we're probably going like 12 years ago, 15
Yeah,
years ago,
yeah.
something like that. So that was the last time I can remember a massive big giveaway. So Austin was like, okay, so let's do, $25,000 in magic giveaways. I said, sorry, what? So he's giving away 25 grand. And again, like you said, it's a weird thing where the sale's going to dealers. We've told people that there's a sale on for dealers. So the end users can go pick up an item, like a discounted item. And then to promote that sale, we're giving it depends on how much. So if the sale's doing well and people are like, supporting the dealers, then we set up to 25 grand because as each more money gets spent to the dealers, we're releasing more magic. I think we're at the 25. To be honest, we've gone over 25 grand. So we've given away more than that. I know we reached, so everyone's been so supportive in the sale that they blew us out of the water. So we're like, well, everyone's been so supportive to their dealers. We've already sold out of 2 items for the sale, and I know there's quite a few that are coming close to being an end. So yeah, $25,000 in magic for giveaways. And over all of so I think we've got Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Discord. We're doing 5 giveaways on each platform. And then we're doing another 25 giveaways this coming Friday. So another 12.5 grand this Friday. Just to say thank you for everyone supporting their dealers. So it's been
That's
crazy.
it is. It's insane. It's ridiculous that like
It's mad. It's mad. It's mad. Like I say, I've never seen a dealer before. I'm sorry, I've never seen a wholesaler in any industry go, we're going to we're going to give away a load of stuff just to promote the people that are buying. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bonkers. And again, just shows Austin's, kind of mentality, which is
Yeah.
great. So for people that have been unaware of this, and I can't imagine how anybody would be unaware of it, but just in case they have, what do they have to do? Like, there's a list of products, right? It's all Murphy's own products, and you can go
Yes.
onto your dealer's website and you'll see all of those products, right? Do you want to talk through how it works?
Yeah, absolutely. So the old pitch right now. So the Murphy's Magic Spooktacular event, it's running 20% off. We started with 100 items. I think last time I checked, there was like 162 items. Reason for this is we've had people go, I really want to pick up this, or because at the start of the event, we had questions about what do you guys want to see? And people were like, I really want this. And we had our 100 best sellers, but then we had people asking for items. So we added that to the sale list. So I think when I looked last Thursday, it was 162. It could be more now. And I know,
A lot
again,
of people have been picking up. I know I've been contacted by a lot of people saying they're taking this opportunity to pick up like spare Cube 52 decks and Evoke decks because, we don't do refills on those decks. And people are like, oh, I'm going to grab a second one just in case it wears out or something.
exactly. Yeah, 20% off is like, it's not chump change. You're actually saving a decent amount. Like I know off car matches, like saving like $59, which is really good. So we're not pushing it to every dealer because again, some dealers might not want to get involved. So if anyone wants to get involved, the dealers that they're more than welcome to. So what we've done is we've created a website. Well, we've already have a website, but a page on our website, murphysmagic.com/spooktacular. And that gives you a list of all the competitions on how to like get into the competitions, which I'll get to in just a second, but also a list of all the dealers. So you can literally hit your location. You can say, I live in the United States, and it'll give you a list of all those dealers that are in the United States that are running that sale. And again, vice versa for like UK, rest of the world. So you don't have to kind of search around or again, like try and find other dealers that are hosting it. We give it to you all in one place. And now for the giveaways. So you can go there, save yourself 20% off a bunch of Murphy's items. And then with the giveaways, I know everyone's time is very important online. And I was going to say, hey, you just kind of have to watch all of our content to find which one's a giveaway. But I didn't want people to kind of go, my time's more important, Bo. So I'm putting in like if you see a photo or a little icon of the giveaway box in the content, that'll be where you can go through and enter that bit of content. And I'll have how to enter it, what you have to do, whether you have to comment or share it or put a smiley face on it, whatever you need to do. That's where you enter it. And we draw all the names out on Friday. So you don't have a day to enter. We didn't want people feeling left out because of people's time zones. You have up till Friday. So as soon as the live event starts, you still have time. And as the live event's going, when I announce it, I guess that's your shut off time. Then we'll draw the names out. So go through all of our platforms again. Look at our Discord, look at our Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and find those bits of content. Comment on them. Do what you need to. And I believe there's other people out there. I believe yourself. Do you have a box that we've given you?
No, I have no box. Nobody gives me a box.
Do you want a box?
What box are we talking about here?
So a mystery box. So we can give you for your people watching right now.
I would love a box giveaway to somebody on TV.
Well,
there you go.
I'll give you one. I'm probably going to get fired for this, but that's fine. I'll give you a $500 mystery box right now to give away to your viewers, however which way you want. So if you want people to comment, if you want to send people pictures of that you in a bathtub, like superimpose you in a bathtub, however you want people to do giveaways for this, it's up to you. We've got a $500 mystery box to give away to your followers any which way you wish, my friend.
Okay. All I want my followers to do is comment down below and tell me why they would like to see Austin Murphy in a bathtub live on the Murphy socials. So
now, if this wasn't,
and I can screenshot it and I can create a video and some sort of petition to get Austin in a bathtub live on the Murphy socials. So there you go.
Great. If that wasn't going to get me
one of those
five.
out at random, but we need comments down below. Give me a good reason why you want to see Austin Murphy in a bathtub.
Perfect. I love it. So if I wasn't going to get five for giving away mystery box, now it's why does Austin need to be in a bath? I love it. Let's do it. So yeah, a mystery box giveaway. So we're giving away, I think we're at 50. We had 50 of them to give away. I think we're in somewhere like 60 odd now. So yeah, so there you go. So that's, you can win. Each box is worth 500 quid or $500.
Random stuff in each box.
Sorry?
Random Murphy stuff in each box.
So whatever's on the list won't be in the box. So you could get yourself a Leviosa. You could get yourself a Boom Deck. You could get yourself Easy Tones. Whatever's not on the list won't be in the box. So you don't have to worry about going, oh, I don't want to pick up Demi Deck because it might be in the box. So you don't have to worry about doubling up.
That's smart. That's clever.
Yeah. So we can definitely, whatever's in the box is valued at $500. And there's a lot of stuff in there. I've seen the boxes. There's some really good stuff in the boxes. I actually annoyed that I wanted one, and I was like, hey, Austin, can you send me one? So maybe I should do my own giveaway. But yes,
that's a good idea.
It's good fun.
That's about, and it's running through till Friday. And then on Friday, you've got the big draw. You're going to be drawing a bunch of names. Yeah.
So Friday, it's running through till Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I like that we have to talk about California when we live in London, but it goes till 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we're doing a live at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which I believe is 10 p.m. British Standard Time. We're doing a live then. So from that live, that's when we announce the 25 winners across all the social media platforms. And then we have the other 25 live on stream. So while we're doing that, there'll be another $12,500 worth to give away. And that will go up towards the end. So, letting everyone know the sale's coming towards an end, but let's celebrate with some giveaways.
That's amazing. And that's amazing. So everybody, you know what you need to do to jump in on this. This is fantastic. I'm going to finish off by asking you a question, and it would be very remiss of me to not ask this question. So everything runs through you.
Yes, sir.
Because you manage the social media platforms. And so the way to communicate with the end user is to go through you.
Yes, sir.
So, with that in mind, have you seen anything exciting that's coming out in the next 3 to 6 months that you can tease? I know you probably can't say much, but have you seen any stuff that's coming out that makes you go, ooh?
Okay. There's a couple of things there. Oh, I know you just showed me something that I'm still annoyed how much it fooled me. I'm actually still annoyed. I can't wait to think about this more. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But there is something on the live that we're going to be showing that is coming out soon. And his name might be something to do with the guy that created this effect.
Oh, hang on a minute. If I did this.
Yes. If you did that.
Because obviously I know Tobias quite well. And I saw him do this live last weekend at the Newcastle. I was lecturing with him at the.
How was that? It was good.
It was great. It was fantastic. It was a wonderful convention, and he was there and he did it. It was great to see it live. Of course, Lloyd had shown it me a few weeks before and said this is his next Murphys thing, and I'm like, Lloyd showed me the video, and I was convinced it was CGI.
Yes.
No, it's not. And then I saw him do it live in front of an audience, completely surrounded, and I have never been more fooled in my life. How would that even happen? How would you even begin to think about doing an effect like that?
I got shown this probably 2 years ago at Magic Live. Titanis is like, come downstairs. Toby wants to show us something. And I remember I saw it then and I was like, okay, how, what? Where? And I filmed it and I watched the footage back and it looks like, unfortunately, it looks like CGI. That's how good it looks.
It does.
And then in person, just watching it in person, it's still the way this guy works is insane. So
That man's brain is a complete. It's just at a different level to anyone else's.
yeah,
It's like he's just. I think in 100 years' time, when we look back at this era, he's going to be considered. And the scary thing is, he's only just getting started.
oh mate, I remember first time I met him was Magic Live again. He just released Silhouette, and I saw that we're outside the Orleans, and he was doing it on the wall outside the Orleans. I was like, this is amazing. I've been a bit of a fanboy of him ever since, and then I've had the absolute pleasure of working with him and watching how he works and how his mind works and how he's always. You sit down with him anywhere. Like we went out to lunch one day and everyone's pulling like, their phones, their wallets out of their pockets, and he's pulling like these weird or like things coming out, and you're like, what? Hang on, what's that? And he's like, oh, give me a second. And he does it in the most casual, beautiful way. That's like this really organic pieces of magic that his mind is just thinking in such a crazy, beautiful way that you watch it and you go, how can you not be inspired by this man? So I'm very excited to talk about this and show this more off on the live.
And is that coming soon?
Very soon.
Because when I spoke to him, he said that he'd done everything at his end.
Very soon.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So when you say 3 to 5 months, that's probably the newest thing that's coming out soon.
No, I was hoping to get Trick of the Year this year, but that's buggered that up, hasn't it? Right. Brilliant.
Mate, you've got some good ones. The one you just showed me, that's the best. What you just showed me is also the best version of that effect I've ever seen in my life. I've been searched. I don't like performing that effect because it's always something seems clunky about it. And you solved those issues I was having with it. I'm trying not to give away too much what you showed me. So what you solved the issues that I've had with this effect for years.
Oh man.
So I'm excited for this one. I feel so bad. Everyone's like, oh, here we go. You get you two guys hyping stuff up that we can't ever know about. I apologize. I profusely apologize. I'm so sorry. But
look, you're going to find out about the Tobias Dostal thing very, very soon.
Yes,
and you're
on Friday.
Blown away. And the thing that I showed Bo, it's coming very soon. So very, very soon.
Very soon.
Yeah, very soon. Okay, I'm excited. That's what we do, though, as magicians, don't we? We get excited about stuff. We get excited. There's always something else to be excited about. That's what magic. I love magic. People that go, oh, so much new stuff comes out. Yeah, that's what's freaking amazing about it. There's never a point where it's going to stop. There's always something new and something cool and something. And that's what magicians love. We love playing with toys. We're grown men playing with toys and pretending we're wizards. We walk around pretending we've got magic powers and we play with toys, and some of us get paid for it. How weird is that?
Exactly.
Like, it's the coolest thing in the world. It really is.
I also love the fact that an item comes out and magicians get that idea, create and build on it, and have their own versions and variations of it that come out. Like again, one man's trash is another man's treasure. What you just did, what you showed me before, is a version that I've loved for years, but never really wanted to perform because there were so many different things. And you've adapted it, you've grown it, you've molded it into this thing. And you don't get that with other industries, I don't find either. You don't find other people taking other segments. Get excited now. I'm hitting my microphone. I apologize. But you don't get that in other industries where people take something someone else has created and going, I love this. I want to mold it and put my own heart into it and then give it out to everyone to look at and everyone to see what. That's what makes me excited about magic. That's the reason I don't really perform. I like to create and watch people because I love watching a magician get excited about a piece of magic. And then the audience member watching them perform the magic. And there's these two bits that I love watching. And that's why I get really excited because I'm like, I can tell magicians are going to.
My wife is the same. My wife has seen more magic than any other person on the planet. Like between me and Ryland, she just sees it 24/7. And she turns around and she says, my favorite thing now isn't watching you perform. It's not watching Ryland perform. It's watching the look on people's faces when they watch you perform.
Yeah.
seeing the look of wonder and excitement. And that's what's so cool about magic. You can't get that with any other art form. You can't get that with music. You know, just that whole, I'll never forget in the Cognito trailer where that woman's going,
Yeah.
that is what magic does so well that you can't
Yeah.
really get anywhere else. And that's why I freaking love it.
Yeah. Again, I get so, this is where we're going to have a 10-hour interview right now, because you and I are going to get so excited about magic. We're just going to be talking about our favorite methods, our favorite premises, our
Yeah.
favorite reactions. It's this thing that magic does to magicians. I think that's why I was chatting to someone the other day. They said, magic is such a weird, like, small niche. Does everyone know everyone? And I was like, well, yeah, it's not like the music industry where you have music and you don't get guitarists hanging out with bass celloists, hanging out with, classic organists, or, someone that plays the triangle. All these magicians that love magic are all rammed into this small part, which is a weird community in itself, to have all these different genres and personalities jammed together. But we all love magic, that we're so excited to just sit down and jam and talk about all these ideas and all these things till you've been to like jams and stuff where you're hanging out till 5 a.m. showing everyone, your A cans, or your, the 14 phase ambitious card. Like this is what I mean.
Ambitious card. Yeah. I agree.
We love it. We can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of it. So bring on the more magic. Bring on more magic.
Absolutely. I'm so excited that you told me about Tobias. That's great. I'm gonna be flying high for the rest of the day. That's great.
I'm probably gonna get in trouble for mentioning it, to be fair. I was meant to keep it under wraps. And now I'm excited about it. You have this thing with me, Craig Petty, that you just look at me and you just go, tell me everything. And I'm like, what do you want to know, Craig Petty? I'll tell you my hopes and dreams. So
I'd like to hear. Mate, this is not going to be the last time that you appear on Magic TV. I'm sure that you will be on here again soon. You're going to be at Blackpool, right? You're going to be at Blackpool?
I'll be at Blackpool.
Good stuff.
I've been, trying to get Austin out for this bathtub thing we talked about on the last live. Don't know if it's going to happen, but we're actually, weirdly enough, it's actually become a conversation. Many in like what we're planning to do is some sort of live event. So thanks to you, that's probably going to happen now, and I'll have nightmares for the rest of my life. But I will be at Blackpool.
Amazing. That's great. And is Austin going to come to Blackpool?
No, so that's what I've been trying to get him to come out to Blackpool. I don't think he will. I know, because I think they've planned all this stuff in advance. So I know Kathy's coming, but I don't think Austin's coming unless it's a spur of the moment type thing. Okay. But there's talk about him coming to Magic Live.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So there's talks about that. But also, are you going to the London Magic Convention next month?
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah,
I'll be there.
Oh,
First
great!
Time you can see Wayne Hatchen lecture.
Yeah, well, Wayne's back from the dead. I mean, he's been gone for so many years, and he's always been one of my favorite magicians. So Wayne coming back, that's just great.
Oh mate, I'm so excited to meet Wayne. Well, I've met him many times, but like to actually sit down and have a chat with him, because like you said, it's been a decade. So it's going to be a good time. And I believe you have a stand there?
I think
I do. I see him there? Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Matt's been organising that, but I'm sure I'm there. Yeah, I'm there.
Perfect.
I'm there. Why not? Yeah.
You're everywhere, mate. I swear you have clones.
I wish I had clones. Of course, it's tiring sometimes, although not as tiring as it is for you, dude, because you
to be fair, when you have some people that are excited as much as you are, like, it's hard not to be motivated. Do you know what I mean? So everyone's like, it's a long day. Yeah, it is. But when I get to chat to people that, like, I'll be buzzing after this call. Like, I'll get off and I'll be like, let's do magic. And I'll be going, my wife will come home. She's like, it's been a long day. It's been 9 hours. And I'm like, I want to do more. And that's why I go to 11 o'clock. Because throughout the day, I've little chats with people that sprinkle me back up and get me excited.
And that's what's, and you do it so well. Honestly, I'm starting another thing. You need to get a pay rise. You really do. You need to get a pay rise. Austin, if you're listening to this, get out the bathtub, get a checkbook, write it out, and send it.
Stay in the bathtub, write me a check in the bathtub.
Write the check in the bathtub. Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
No, I do it because I love it. I just love magic, so it's hard not to. So
yeah, that's great. That's who we need as the face of the voice, the voice, the words of
You're very welcome to ASMR right now.
And with that, we're out. So
Yeah.
don't forget, get onto the Spooktacular sale. Comment down below why you want my Austin and bathtub, and you can get my box, which is very exciting. Look out for Tobias Tostel's thing, which Bo has now tipped to us all. So that's fantastic. And don't forget, support Murphy's Magic on all of their socials, because if you're speaking to Murphy's Magic, you're speaking to this man right here. Please remember that. And yeah, I would. Bo, thank you once again for joining me. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you, Craig. Honestly, it means the absolute world. When we have this call lined up, I always get excited when I have a call with you, because I know it's going to be, it's never a dull moment. It's always a good, fun time. And I apologize already for how quickly I talk, because you get me excited and my voice gets faster and faster and faster. It's always a great time chatting to you. So thank you, Craig. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Guys, this was a special video going out today, Monday, but we're back tomorrow with Matt Test, and on Saturday with another Talk Magic. But we're here every single day. Support Murphy's Magic. Comment down below about the bathtub thing. And I will be back again very soon with another interview, another video. But thanks for watching. On behalf of the legend himself, Beau Kramer, my name's Craig Petty, and this is Magic TV.
Bye.